This just in, the body of a transgender woman has been found in the alley on Orange Blossom Trail in Church Street.
Lord God, no, no! People with mental illness, various racial and ethnic groups, and gay and lesbian individuals. Gay individual civil rights versus civil rights, and same-gender marriages.
Listen, I know that Santa, he is not gay friendly. He's gonna lose it.
Hello, welcome to Affirming Love Podcast, where we are acknowledging, announcing, confirming, encouraging, and upholding love for LGBTQ plus individuals and allies. I am your host, Laverne Simpson, advocate, leader, and member of the LGBTQ plus community. CEO of Creative and Spiritual Resolutions, where I'm a spirit guide and spirit healer. Writer, director, and producer of Love Simpson Creations, theatrical productions, as well as founder, former leader, and wedding officiant of Affirming Love Ministries, a radically inclusive ministry for LGBTQ plus individuals and allies. Each week on Affirming Love Podcast, we will be breaking down real conversations about beliefs, relationships, entrepreneurship, leadership, personal development, and growth. Welcome to Affirming Love Podcast. Previously on Affirming Love Podcast. Hello. Welcome to Affirming Love Podcast. Join me in welcoming someone dear to my spiritual journey, my former pastor and mentor, Darlene.
I am so grateful of where God sent people like you, where God sent people like Pastor Leslie, during Rochelle Andress. Even with where I was at in the Baptist church, I could have went to any church, but where I was led to was how to read the word through spirit, and not just the letter of the words. All of this in hindsight.
Right.
And adjusting and understanding how God's spirit, divine, divinity, whatever you want to call it, held me all the way through all of that, and helping me to see what my purpose is. I make no apologies to
I know that's right.
you know, and don't let me walk up on anyone berating anyone or a child, because of who they are. So when I look back then to find out that, in my family, I wasn't the only one. Okay. It's quite a few of us up in there.
Okay.
Young, old, babies. And I'm glad to be their auntie and all of that, and grandmother, and all of that. Okay.
So would you say you were the trailblazer?
I would say so. Well, because my brother, I realized in being grateful to not have to hide, because when I hit full truth, it was really at the height of HIV and AIDS. It wasn't about going to no seminary and being into this beautiful calling. You know what we was doing? We was saving lives.
Absolutely.
So that's how it was. It was more than just about us, even though we love being gay. Oh my God, to discover the clothes you could now wear, and what we have fashion show. I look back on all of that, and I'm grateful for my life. It wasn't easy.
Yes.
And my brother, right up under me, passed away at 32 with HIV.
Oh, that was young.
And he was gay, and I found out about that coming home, came out to me, oh, he was just crying. And I was already okay with who I was. And so when he was telling me, I just started laughing. And I had to apologize.
Oh my God. Not you start laughing.
Because I had to tell him, you're okay. You're not the only one, you know. But for whatever, when he found out he was HIV positive, he disappeared. And I did not see him again until a week before he passed away.
Oh my gosh.
And so I decided, I'm not, for him, for my other brothers who passed away with HIV who weren't gay. But I said, I hide nothing. I'm not hiding anything.
Wow.
Not at all. And I will be that voice. I will stand in truth of, and it was like how I used to preach. I said, if I'm going to be in this church screaming about be out, be free, that means I got to be free in the grocery store. Yes. Walking down the street.
Yes.
All of that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. When did you receive your confirmation? When was that moment that you knew? I mean, and I'm speaking in the mixture of you becoming a pastor and hearing the calling, all of that. What was that confirmation moment like for you?
Actually, the day, I don't know if this was the confirmation, but the day I got baptized in the Baptist church, it was the same day that I heard this calling. It was the same day. Wow. And I said to myself, God, you know what? You are really funny. And I'll be honest, I said, damn well I'm gay.
Okay.
I can't do this here. And I struggled with that. I tried to let the pastor at the straight church know this and that, and they thought I was trying to get, his wife thought I was trying to get with her husband. I was like, girl, nobody want that ugly man. Nobody want him. Okay, and so it was that, but I felt that was the only way that they could have, and that's when I began to know that's not what my Bible say. My Bible say, whosoever will, let them come. That's when I began to become keenly aware right there in that church. Y'all talking out both sides of your mouth.
Okay, come on.
And then when I went to Full Truth and I saw, the deacons and at that time the student clergy, and I went up to Reverend McCoy and I said, I'm called into the ministry. I'm called into the ministry. And she was about ready to retire, and she said to me, you just want to suffer. That's what she said. But because I had followed her around for like a year and a half or so, like, wow, I this is here, and I finally said it to her, and she said, you just want to suffer. Just want to suffer. And I was like, no, this thing is burning. So that's when I went through the diaconate training with her for a year. And after that, then the other pastor from LA came and he said, no, you can't be ordained. You need to be up under me for a year. And that's what I did, was under him. And then I finally became an ordained deacon. Okay. And after that, I became student clergy. And then after that, he it.
Okay.
Yes. And she came back, and then she was like, I can't do this. Because she wanted to keep the church alive and wanted to keep it. We needed it. Yes. And so that was when she ordained me and Reverend Coleman.
Okay. All right. Yes.
But I had already, as a deacon, I love being a deacon more than I was actually thrown into the pastorate.
Wow.
Actually.
Yeah, pretty much, because it had to be filled. And I remember you starting this interim, when I came, you were in the interim. Literally the day that I visited Full Truth for the first time was the day that Reverend McCoy stood in that pulpit and said she was done. I'm done.
Oh God!
That was my first day of coming to. And listen, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know what's going on up in here. And I remember coming back. I said, okay, we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to go back up in and remind you, I'm somebody that's been raised in the church. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm coming in Full Truth, I'm looking at, only according to what I know, and I'm watching the atmosphere. And the next time I came, baby, you preached. I said, oh, yes. This is right here.
It was supposed to be.
Yes, ma'am.
But little did I know how much I did not know.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? I would have never known. I never knew, right? Listen, I flocked under you. I received my calling under you. I had no idea. I never thought about being a pastor, a minister, a deacon, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I sing in the choir. I'm a soloist. I'm a singer. What you talking about, preach? What is you talking about? Even though we were brought up in the church, I didn't have deacon uncles, and my dad wasn't in the church, and my aunties, they were in, but they weren't, to my knowledge back then. I wasn't raised as a preacher's kid or a deacon's kid or anything like that. So we got out the choir stand one Sunday, and I heard Spirit say, you need to assist your pastor. I was like, I'm like, who the hell are you talking to? What you mean? What? I didn't even know anything about the more biblical side of things. I knew what our pastor preached. I knew how to go in the Bible and look it up, because in Vacation Bible School, they taught us how the books of the Bible. We had to learn them from Genesis to Revelation, But I didn't know, I was a kid. I wasn't thinking about all of that, child. I wasn't trying to study no Bible when I was coming up.
Right.
I said, assist my pastor. I never felt like Spirit was saying that I needed to be your assistant pastor. Spirit was saying that I needed to aid you. I needed to help you. I needed whatever you needed done. And that's when I got my call.
Yeah. Yeah. But when I look back on that, I'm so grateful to not have been raised in the church. That in and of itself is a painful experience for people now who realize they need to be unchurched.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
But I am also grateful to know that I don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yes.
Still sit in your church in freedom.
And now, back to our show.
In freedom. That's a whole nother conversation.
We're going to come back to that topic at another time on another show, because I definitely, Miss Darlene, am going to invite you to come back. I want to talk more with you regarding your leadership role, and we'll get to that. Now, if you had to say something today to encourage our listeners, what would you say to encourage them today?
I would say what I've always said since I've known it. There is nothing wrong with or about you. God is love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We are born of love.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be anything else but love.
Yeah.
No matter what we go through,
Mm-hmm.
it is our birthright
Yes.
that the will of God is
Mm-hmm.
love, health, wealth, joy, peace.
Yes.
That's the will of God.
Yes.
We need to receive that as truth.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, anything in your life that don't look like that
Mm-hmm.
ain't of God.
Oh my.
That's the will of God. So that's what I surrender to every day. The will of God. If
Yes.
I'm not joyful, what's the problem?
Okay.
If I ain't never been hungry a day in my life. If I'm not at peace, I'm out of alignment. I would encourage anyone today is to accept the fact that you are made of the nature and in the likeness of the true and living God.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And tell us, what are some things that you do to uphold the love that you have for yourself, for your community, for what you do?
What I do is first and foremost, I've gotten a new understanding of the first commandment: love God, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Truly means love God, love yourself, love your neighbor.
Come on, because if you can't love you.
There you go. So I start my day with that. I don't put me on the back burner anymore.
Beautiful.
I start my day with gratitude. I start my day with Darlene self-care.
Yes, yes.
Which makes it easier to have compassion when I see other people. I used to hope that people would see me. Do you see me? Do you see me? No, I see me.
Mm-hmm.
When I look in the mirror, I see God.
Yes.
So I can't look at you and not see God, which helps me to excuse what we think people doing. Ain't nobody doing nothing to me. I let go of blame. And then, child, I used to blame the salt shaker. Blame your mama, blame your friends, blame your daddy, blame your God. No, I take responsibility for this right now. And I own it. All of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the stank. All of it.
Yes, yes.
Nothing can separate me from the love of God.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's what I walk around in community.
All right. And,
have grace for myself, which makes it easier to have grace for my fellow human being.
That's beautiful. Now, you said that you're a former pastor, which means that you are not leading any particular congregation at this time. We'll always walk in ministry. You can never get rid of that. Listen, I don't care how much you try to turn away from or don't want whatever. It always festers itself back up. It's always somebody brought it to your path.
Careful what you're saying now.
I've had awakening moments. We'll talk about that more at another time.
I'm gonna just let you listen to yourself, because you talking to the choir now. I'm gonna let you talk to your own heart, okay?
Listen, we got good conversations to have about these moments. But yes, with that being said, the ministry part now, you're not over any particular congregation, and I remember talking to you not long ago, and you were telling me that you do attend CSL Dallas. Did I say that right? Yes. CSL Dallas. I didn't get to watch the show that day. I totally apologize, but I'm gonna get to it. I'm here now, so I'm coming. But what is it like for you now that you're not in that pastoral position?
What it's like for me is that during this from 2010 to about 2020, I was in that healing phase. Oh, I'm healing. I don't want to do nothing. Da, da, da. And that's when 2020 is when I moved to Texas.
Okay.
And in that, always, I wish I could show you my library, but because I got one.
Oh, yes.
And reading all of this, and Glenda and I studying New Thought and metaphysical, and I done studied some of everything.
Nice.
And one day we're reading in Science of Mind, and she's on treadmill, and this place hits us, hits her, and she says, "This is in Dallas," and we going. I said, "Okay, we going, but I ain't doing nobody's church and nobody's Kool-Aid. I ain't doing it." And then she got involved, started singing and this, that, and the other. And so it started working on me, healing me, opening me up, because no dogma, no preaching the Bible and all of that, but you can still hear. I still know Ernest Holmes is a philosophy.
Okay.
Clients of mine who's bringing to light the Christ consciousness. Let this mind be in you that's also in Christ Jesus. I could sum it up in one blurb, is why I said to you, joy, health, wealth. We're not supposed to be broke. We're not supposed to be sick. We're not supposed to be unhappy. And so this is what we have found at this center. They don't stand up and testify about sickness.
And now, back to our show.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh my gosh, I'm afraid now.
You ain't seen nothing yet. About being broke. This is a whole nother conversation. You're walking in the beauty, wholeness, and even if they do get sick, it is not of God. So it's out of alignment. Let me find the root of what's going on here. Because healing is mine.
Yes.
We're supposed to be homeless. We ain't supposed to be
no.
So that's where I'm at, and I've been just came out of what they have practitioners.
Okay.
And I'm not going to ministry school. I ain't going to, but there's a practitioner program that we just finished the first year, and it was Inward Journey. What you believe in. What's that mess you believing on the inside?
Oh my.
And it just, okay. And then the second part is where you become a licensed practitioner, which is really a deacon, a minister that you can ministry. But in this spiritual life center, the ministers are the ones who actually pastor churches, who pastors the centers. I ain't looking for that.
Okay.
but I am the board chair of our center. Okay. And we just got a new pastor. The former pastor just left after 35 years.
Wow.
And so it's a phenomenal place of where I can go and have the honest conversation about what I feel about Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You have to experience it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because I'm still in that in between stage.
That's good.
I'm better than I was before, because I was at that stage. I don't want to hear no gospel music. I don't want to hear nothing about no church. I don't want to talk to no church people. No, I ain't going to no funerals. I ain't singing at nothing. Listen, none of it. And it's so funny because my kids talk about how, Mama, we didn't know nothing about secular music when we was coming up, because all you played was gospel music all the time. Never played secular. And I just got to the point where I was like, I don't want it. I'm done. Right? Done. Love God with all of my every being. we'll get into that another time, Miss Darlene.
We will, and you're okay.
We will, because
I want you
but
to be right where you are, because everybody, there's a whole lot of folk up in there right where they are.
Yes,
but they, and there's a whole lot of folk like that sitting in the church. They don't know how to embrace Christ within them.
Within them, yes.
I'm gonna bring something back to your remembrance.
Yes, ma'am.
A long time ago, when I told you we ain't singing that song up in here like that no more, about Lord, don't pass me by.
Yeah,
you was mad. You was mad. People was like, but I had gotten it then. We ain't begging no more.
Yeah, pass me not. Yes.
What's happening now is some of those songs are still being sung where we are, but they've changed the word to a more positive word. Not saying, oh, what a wretch like me. That ain't saying that no more. It's not that the word, that song is not sung. It's sung differently. So you get ready. I can't wait to see you a year from now. And I'm so loving that I get to be a part of this process. But I'm gonna let you have your way, my friend. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we'll have conversations.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can't wait.
All we have to do is be obedient and trust, because joy, everything. I'm going to say this. When I first came here, because we were church looking, one of the churches we went to was this church that I don't even know what happened to it. It didn't exist no more. They moved. But we came here, and it was down the street from where we go now. And we went there, and the pastor was just preaching. He was just preaching, and we sitting there, and all of a sudden he come off the pulpit and knock chairs over and this and that and the other to get to me. He said, everything that's was taken from you is about to come back. You're going to get everything that you've been crying, and you've been crying about what you lost. You've been crying the pain of it all. And I sat there, and the people was looking at me, and the congregation, and I was like, I just received it. I'm just receiving it. I never went back. Okay. But I believe that. And so it's what we had to go through all of that. Go on my Facebook page and see that big blue circle with fire around it.
Okay.
That message is the spirit person was never touched. Now you're getting ready to walk in the fullness of it, live and move and have.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Please tell our viewers how they can follow you.
I'm always on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm on LinkedIn. My email address is darlene.franklin10@yahoo.com. You can also DM me on Facebook.
All right, everyone, that concludes our episode for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tune in with us weekly on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Remember to follow, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you for tuning in to Affirming Love Podcast.